Okay, so a couple new stretches. This is stuff that I've been adding into my routine. You can use the stuff off the old routine, you can use the stuff off this routine. I'm just trying to show you as much as I can, but do what feels best for you, experiment with all of them, and kind of build your own. So sometimes when I'm doing a lot of running, my tibialis is sore. So what I'll do is I'll fold my feet down like that, and then pull myself forwards, and then you can roll your ankles around a little bit as well. Next one I like to do a lot is the frog. And as you lean forwards, you want to put your elbows into your knees. And what it'll do is it'll drive your knees out and open up your hips and really stretch your adductors, as well as flex dorsal flexion in your ankles. So you can kind of roll around, go from side to side, and then you can stand up and do taps. Next lower body movement I like is with one of these slant boards. So it's basically just like a heel elevation, but it helps you get into your knees and lets your knees stretch all the way versus, well, usually it's because your ankles don't flex as much as your knees. So when you do all the way go to the bottom of a squat, you're not getting the same tension. Your ankles will stop you first. So that's why we use this board. Get on, and usually this is like a great warm-up too. Before some of my runs, I'll do this. You want to do some squats, and when you get to the bottom, you can feel your hips going into your heels almost. Lean one way, lean the other way. Going into upper body movements. A couple things that I like. We've done the cat and the cow before, but now we're gonna do one called threading the needle. So one arm stretch through, and ideally you wanna see if you can keep this left arm straight and get your head all the way on the ground. This one feels really good, like after a sand track or something where you're hanging off the back of the bars a lot. For me, I can feel it a lot in my traps, a lot in my rear delts, and that's usually an area I'm sore after a hard race. So here's something you can do on the foam roller. Have the roller down your spine when you get on it, and let your arms hang and even touch the ground. So now with your hands on the ground, you can do snow angels. And it should be uncomfortable, but you should be able to keep your hands on the ground the entire time. Okay. Next one, we're gonna grab a band or a towel or anything that you can hold on and keep tension, just a little bit of tension on. Same thing, down your spine. And with a little bit of tension from overhead, go straight down, all the way to your hips, and back up. Straight down, back up. And notice how I'm keeping the band very close to my body. So for this one, we're actually gonna go up against the wall, and you're gonna have your elbows and your fingertips, your pointer finger on the wall. And you start here, slowly slide up, and just keep your elbows on the wall as far as you can. If they come off, it's okay. Just try to keep your elbow as close to the wall as you can. And come all the way down and squeeze at the bottom. And then back up. Extra credit, if you have a real thick band you can use, put your leg through it, get it all the way up into your groin, and you want to take 2 steps out and see how this foot is driving me forwards, this knee is driving me forwards, and the band is pulling back on my groin. So in here, back and forth, left to right. Do these on both sides for about 30 seconds to a minute. Gym has a sauna, extra credit, hit that as well.